How many of you done the example laptop? ఏంద్ర అందరు ఎత్తుతున్నారు అరే డోరా complete huh? Morning example complete. Online people please respond. Done sir. Ramya, very good Ramya. Tell me there. Online people, morning example, how many of you done? Listen. Hello. Morning class we done with braces, right? Expression. Morning class we done with what? Expression. Expression means what? Braces. Here what we can print? Here what we can print? Print the variables. Print the variables. Print the object values. Conditional rendering. Arrow function calling. Arrow function calling. Arrow function calling. we can write the expression. Don't forget, it's very important. So these all are the basics. See guys, up to Sunday evening, we will discuss about all the basic syntaxes, how to write the arrow functions, how to write the printing the variables and all. Monday morning onwards, we will create one example, only one example. Only one example. Project. React project. Monday to Saturday, we will work on that example. Project is finished. Project is finished. That's it, reacted. If any patchworks are there, next week we will do the patchworks. Patchwork, something like we are missing, we are going for the data. First week we will focus on the basics, syntaxes, how to create the project and all. Next week completely project. Monday to Saturday single example, only one example. Monday morning I will create the project. That project only we have to work in the entire week. The last week, third week, I'll go for the patchworks. What works now? Patchworks. For how many weeks of your React? Yeah, good. Okay, that is the schedule. Yeah. Now let me go for the one hook, like hook means what? The hooks, guys. Hooks is nothing but a predefined function. This is nothing but what? Predefined function. You would please tell me how to create the project one more time. I'll create the project one more time for understanding purpose. Tell me, like, open the command prompt. npm. Go for the local disk D. I want to create the project in the local disk what? D. Tell me how to create the project. npm create void latest. Void latest. It's asking like project name. Asking what? Project name. It will ask. It will ask. Asking. Guys, we can go for the React use state example. React what? Use state example. Use state example. Click on enter. Select the variant. What the variant gets here? React. Select the script. JavaScript. Minimize, click on this, fine. Guys, project is ready. You please open the project Visual Studio Code menu, click on what? Open folder. What the folder guys here? Use state example. A use state is a predefined function, is a hook. Use state is what? Hook. Predefined functions are called what? Hooks. Go for the hooks. React use state example here. Go for what? Select a folder. Once if you select the folder is open, fine. Guys, are you seeing any node modules folder here? No. Where do you get the node modules folder? We have to install the dependencies. How to install the dependencies, guys? Here, go to the dot terminal. Go for what? New terminal. Here you can type the command. What the command is? npm install. npm what? Install. It is installing all the required libraries. Okay, installation is done. Once installation is done, you need to run the project. Okay, this entire code is there in what file? Tell me. src. What file? app.jsx. React, what is the starting point of the React? Main.jsx is the starting point of the React. And the main.jsx is app.jsx, you will write the logics. In app.jsx, let me go for the font size 30. This one. Tell me guys, how to create a function? Function name is what? App, like this. Last statement you can write what? Export. Export what? Export default. Export default what? App, keep aside. Here what you have to write? This is the function. You run this code guys, npm, sorry, how to run this project? npm, tell me how to run the project. npm. The problem is, if the Visual Studio Code is the small, if I increase the font size, it becomes more. If I increase this one, again issues. npm run dev. npm run dev, you got the URL. Let me copy that URL. Go in the browser. Go for this one. Go for the values. Yeah, we got that deleted because the file is deleted, right? Wait, data is there or not there? Not there. Fine, good. Guys, you write the return statement, return what? Parenthesis. Tell me, guys, you write the what React fragment. I think this is the React fragment that you know already. Fine. That is the React fragment, guys. Good. Function app, return React fragment, export default. This everything is done, right? Good. What's the question? Topic is what today? Use state hook. Sorry. What the hook command? Use state hook. See, guys, I want to take one variable like count variable. I want to make the counter. I want to make what? Counter. Counter. That's it. What we have to make? Counter. To make the counter, one counter button required. Required one counter what? Button. If you click on the button, the counter should be increased. The counter should be increased. That's what, guys, we need to take one variable. You need to maintain the state of the component. To maintain the state of the component, you declare one variable, constant. Take the variable name is what? Count. What the variable name? Count. That is a variable name. We need to make the variable name like, count incremented, right? Count what? Incremented. Incremented means what we required? Setter method required. We have to set the data, right? Set the data means what required? Setter method. That's what, guys, you can write the set count. What the function name here? Set count. So, guys, constant, this is the count variable to maintain the counter. This is like, set count method. But this is what count is the variable. Set count is the function. Set count is like, to set the counter. To set the counter. Equal to maintain the data, guys, you're going for the constant like, use state hook, guys. Click on the use state. See, guys, when I click on the use state control space import, can you see the import, right? You don't write the complete name like, use state, you don't write like that. If you write like that, import statement is done or not done? Not done, you will get errors. We understood that? What the point? Very important. You don't write the complete name use state. If you write the complete use state, import statement is done or not done? Not done. Then what we have to do? Write the 2-3 characters, control space, select it. Then click on enter button. Then import statement is done automatically, right? That is the use state, guys. Use state, maintain the state, initial state is 0. A use state like, maintain the state. Maintain the state. Initial state how much? 0. Initial state how much? 0. Then count value is there. No? The count is increasing. The component will maintain the state. The component will maintain what? State. The component will maintain the state value using what? Use state hook. Use state hook. This is what variable, guys, here? Count variable. This is what function, guys, here? Set count. This is like state declaration, guys. Count is what? Variable. Count is what? Count is the variable. Set count is the set the data. You set the data for that count. Set the data. This is something like setter method. What method? Yeah, setter method. And right side is what? Use state hook to maintain the state of the component. To maintain what? State of the component. To maintain the state of the component. Keep aside. That is the data, guys. See, guys, in the return statement, I want display the data. Tell me what the data here. Just you can take the paragraph. Your counter value. What? Your counter value. Braces. You print that counter value. What the counter value? Tell me here. Count. Counter value is what? Count, right? That's a counter value. What is that value here? Counter value. What is the counter value here? Just here making the counter. Your counter value is what? Count, right? Exactly. I simply can see the browser. Can see the counter value, right? Initial value is how much, guys, here? 0. Because use state by default setting the value is how much here? 0, right? If you make the starting value 100, check the counter value is how much here? 100. Yes or no? You just taken one variable, guys. Using the hook is what? Use state hook. What to come up? Use state. That's it. You please create one button. Counter button. Tell me, guys, how to create the button? Go for the button. Button opening and what? Button closing. What you can say like, increment button you can create. This is like, increment button. That is the button you are creating. Just you can go for this one, guys. This is the button. You can see that. So this is the counter value and this is what? Button. That is what? We matlad speak out sometimes. Don't sit like, 4 o'clock I can understand situation. But you try to what? That is what? Button gadamma, button. Ratan gadri button. Good morning, sir. Yeah, so we have good. You taken one variable. You taken what? One variable, constant, count, setter method, use state hook to maintain the state here. Initial value you can make it as what? 0. Your counter value I'm printing, I take as a button. When we click on the button, what we have to do? We have to increment the count. So we click on the button, we have to increment what? Count. That's what guys, you please write the increment logic using arrow function. Increment logic, right? Tell me guys, what is the increment logic? Tell me using arrow function. Increment logic. We have to write the increment logic, right? How to write increment logic? So constant, CONST constant, INC logics, increment logic. What logic, ma? Increment logic, INC logic 5, increment logic we are writing increment logic 5. Tell me what the increment logic? Arrow. Arrow. Before arrow is what? Argument. After arrow is what? Expression. I am writing expression using the braces. Here what we have to tell me? Increment the count. So increment what? To increment the count, like we have the setter method, guys. You please call the setter method. Set count. What method, guys? Set count. Tell me set count. Set count what? Existing count plus 1. That's all. Enough. You got the point, huh? This is increment logic. What increment logic? Arrow, braces like arrow. Before arrow is what? Argument. After arrow is what? Expression. What expression I am calling? What method here? Setter method. I am calling what method? Setter method to set the data. Setter method to set the data. Tell me, this increment logic is there, na? When that logic should be executed? When we click on the? When we click on what? When we click on the button, you should execute what logic? Tell me. Increment logic, right? What logic we have to execute here? Increment logic. When that should be executed? Tell me here. When we click on the button. That's what, guys. Go for the button. You can write the one function like on click. But the function is here. On click. On click function call is there, no? What the function call? Tell me. Increment logic, right? Is the function call. You please call the function call here. That's all. Enough. First you declare one variable. Constant counter. Set count. To maintain the value, you write the increment logic. This logic should be executed when we click on what button? When we click on what button? When we click on the increment button, right? That's all, guys. We done the code. Just you can refresh the browser. Go for this one increment count. Tell me, guys. You can click on what? Increment. If you click on increment, what should increase, guys? Here, the value should be increased, right? Exact. Value should be what? Increase, right? Exact. Click on what button, guys? Increment. Increment, right? Not incremented. Click on what? Button. After clicking the button, we have to increment, right? Click on what? Click on what? Can you see the button, right? That arrow button. That is button. That is what? Click on this button. You click and see the output. If you click on this one, you will get the output here. Initial value how much? Click. Kalyani is sleeping. Who will click? No one will click. You don't sleep. Click. You click the button, see the output in what? Here, right? Click on what? Button. Click it on. Click it on. Not click it on. Click chesara ravatlo output. I already clicked it. Output coming, right? Online people, no jokes. Looking handsome. What here? Is the brothers are looking handsome or button looking handsome? Hey, click on what? Button. If you click on the button, the value will be what? Increased. Yeah, click on this button. Yeah, value increased. Chala unnayi React lo. Click on the button, value increasing or not increasing? Yeah, that is called counter value. Just you can take the one variable, counter variable. See guys, maybe you're thinking that, sir, why take the use state means directly if you take the count variable like 0 like this, if you do like this, then what happens? It doesn't maintain the value. It doesn't maintain what? Value. It doesn't increment. To maintain the value properly, to maintain the state, to maintain what? State. Right? Normal variable will not maintain the state. Normal variable will not maintain what? State. That's what this. You please take what? Use state. Tell me the code for that use state here. Constant. Speak out. Constant. Braces. You can take the count. Set count equal to use state Initial value we can pass. Initial value how much? Like that. If you want, you can pass the 100. It's not a problem. By default, showing how much? 100. Click on the increment. 101 increase. Yes, sir. Understood? You tell me the code one more time. Function. App కాదమ్మా యాప్ ఫంక్షన్ ఆప్ అంటాం ఆప్ ఆపా యాపా యాప్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ వాట్ this one is what export the default good next one is what write the declare the what statement is here return statement write the return statement parenthesis keep aside first you declare the state variable maintain what state variable tell me how to maintain state variable constant square brackets what the variable count setter method that's setter method what the hook we have to use state you should write the complete name of control space control space then you can make the 0 then tell me guys increment logic we have to write tell me how to write increment logic constant inc logics that is increment logics tell me what the function here arrow before arrow is what argument you write the braces inside the braces we have to call what set count speak out count plus 1 that's all you please maintain the data here react fragment required make the react fragment in the react fragment make the tell me guys your counter value your counter value braces we have to create what count next one is what we have to create the button take the button opening and button closing just what the button guys here increments just you can write the button is what increment here on click here on what click on what click on click sorry on click what the function name increment logic right yeah increment what logics that is a code guys I think increment logic L smaller capital writing better to write the cap letter coding convention the function name starts with what tell me function name starts with lower case inner word starts with what upper case yeah that is the code guys enough just you can go to the browser refresh you got the output increment click on this button counter increasing or not increasing that is called counter use state group guys use state to maintain the state of the component what the purpose of use state maintain what state of the component right exactly maintain what state of the component maintain what state of the component hey button showing what tell me button showing like outline is not showing right you do one thing button you can write the style you can write the style of the button guys on click means what function call right function call should be there in what braces wait function call should be there in what braces 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 function call is there in what variable calling braces conditional rendering braces these are the braces but now I want to write the style of the button okay the button style should be there in the double braces the style equal what style equal to color colon green that styles we should write inside what single braces double braces are double braces guys now you can see the output yeah now you can see the output is what color colon this one you can write next one is what bc color background color equal to tell me guys background color equal to what red bc color background color you can write it's coming up the bigger bc color background color you can write like that red now see the output then what you understood if you write error if you write what not accepting a control space is what working so you don't believe yourself you believe this is what background color first one is what guys you can write the color also no problem color colon what green color colon what green semicolon second one is what background color is what red background color is what red yeah the comma separator may be fine I think you got out so tell some proper colors white white background is what green better The counter increasing, right? Ah, that's okay, fine. Here, what the point you understood? Tell me. When you want the styles means what the attribute you have to use? Not style attribute. Style in one brace, two braces are. Two braces color equal to what? White and comma. This is generally CSS semi-equal is a separator, guys. But here the separator is what? Semi-colon, comma, now. Comma separator, right? That is called use state, guys. What is the word here? Use state. Yeah, right the point. Siding use state group. Use state group. Use state book is used to maintain the component state value. Use state use it to maintain the component of state value. Constant. Oh, నాయనా. ఇప్పుడు ఇది దాచుకుంటారు మంది. మీరు ఫోటో నేను మోడిఫై చేస్తుంటా కంట్రోల్ పోతే. Count is a variable. To store the value. Set count is a function used to update the value of the count. Use state of 0 means what? Initialize the state with the initial value 0. Increment logics. వాళ్ళు చిన్నగా లంచ్ బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకోవాలి. A import statement you don't need to write because import statement you are writing automatically coming up. So you don't write in the notebook also even. So import should come automatically. You always use the control space. State of 0 means initial value is 0. Maintain the state means maintain the value, which without refreshing the browser, because the data displayed in the browser, right? It has to maintain the data. If normal variable means it cannot hold the value for the browser side. Write the comments clearly. Taking the state variable, maintain the state of the component. Wait, complete example one. Complete. Write the example two. Write the example. What we will write? Hmm? Write the example two. Take the two buttons, increment and decrement. If click on increment, increment should be done. If click on decrement, decrement should be done. Unlike people, write the code, place in the chat box. Take the two buttons, increment and decrement. Increment button clicked, increment. Decrement button clicked, decrement. That's all. Then people, please complete the code, place in the chat box. Do it fast. Okay, complete the code. Example 2. Online, you place the chat box. Yeah, complete. Think online people place the code, set count, increment logic, fine. That is my code, right? You place the code in the chat box. Okay, fine. See guys, I'll go on small data. This is what logic? Increment logic, right? Count variable is common, that is okay, fine. Just you can take this variable, copy paste. Copy paste, this is increment logic or decrement logic? Decrement logic. Count plus 1 or minus 1? Minus 1. You copy this button, you no need to write the style. Style if you want, you can write, but don't write the styles in the exam. Wait, don't write what? Styles. If you write the styles, the code will be clumsy. Focus on the functionality, focus on the style. Functionality. Styles will give the chat GPT, no problem. This is increment logic or decrement logic? Decrement logic. This is like decrement logic. Fine. This is called increment button or decrement button? Decrement button, right? Good. That's all, guys. Enough. Go to the browser. We got the two buttons. Click on the increment. Wait, click on what? Increment. Incremented. Click on decrement. Decremented. Increment. Incremented. Decrement what? Decremented. If you go for this one, decrement one point is there. Click on the decrement. Click on the decrement. Now it is what? 0. Click on the decrement going for what? -1. You want to go for the -1 or you want to stop? When it comes to the 0, you please disable that button. It becomes what? 0. Disable that button. Now it is 0 now. It is what? 0. When it becomes the 0, disable. That's what, guys. Go for this button. Which button you have disabled? Tell me here. Decrement button disable, right? That's what, guys. You write the code like disabled. Disabled equal to write the braces expression. Disabled. When you have disabled, count becomes how much? Count is triple equal to what? 0. So you're checking means double equal to triple equal to triple equal to the JavaScript. The count becomes triple equal to what? 0. You please disable that button. That's all. Go for the browser, click on the refresh. See guys, the button is enabled, disabled. Why? Because the count is 0. Click on the increment. Now it is enabled, right? Yes or no? Oh, చూడండి యుద్ధం చేస్తున్నారు మళ్ళీ ఆమె దేవరాత్రి ఏమి లేదు. Click on increment, increment like this. Click on the decrement. When it becomes what? When I click on decrement 0, that should be now 0. Indra. So I click on the increment, increment becomes what? 1. Nothing, not happened. Just they said wow. Cool, cool. They will all to Netherlands. Cool. And nothing happened. Just they are saying output coming, na same wow. There's no problem. Okay now? Okay. When I click on the increment, what happened? Tell me then. The decrement should be enabled, right? Click on one. That is enabled. The enabled is able, right? That's fine. You just add the attribute like disabled equal to what? Count equal to 0. So count equal to what? 0. Because you can do that is example. That is example 2. And moreover, you just write this line now. Disabled equal to on click. Is okay add this one. Write this line. Disabled equal to when it should be disabled? Disabled equal to braces count triple equal to 0. Count triple equal to 0. Zero. Complete. Next example you see small quantity. What is a small quantities? Above example, what we are doing is in above example, okay, we are writing the logics in what? Tell me guys, we are writing the logics and we are calling that logics, we are writing the logics using arrow function. Using logic purpose, you want the arrow function. In above example, we are writing the logics using what function? Yeah, arrow function. And we are calling that function when we click on the, tell me guys, when you click on what? When we click on what? More button. Option 1. You write the logic and call the function. But what I will do is, without writing this increment decrement logics, you remove this code here. Just you can take the variable. You want increment, right? On click. Here you are calling that function, right? Oh, we talakali paikettangamma. Talakali can bit for the మూడు చాలా నాశనం అయింది అసలు. అరే నేను చెప్తా అడగండి సిగ్గుపడుతున్నారు. అమ్మగా జబర్దస్త్ పైన పోయేదిరా. ఓ కళ్యాణి అసలు అయ్యా. Previously, you are writing what? Logic separately. Logic what? Separately. We are calling that function the on click, right? You don't call that function, guys. You remove that. Write the logic directly here. Write a small logic, right? Directly you can write here. Tell me, guys. Arrow. Right side is what? Set count. Speak out. Speak out. Set count. Set count. Yeah. Set count. Set count. Count plus. That's all. And decrement logic, you write like, set count is what? Set count, just you can write the count minus 1. That's all. Previously, we are writing the logics in the lambda and you are calling that, arrow function, you are calling that arrow function. Now we are calling the arrow function, directly writing the logic. Directly writing the logic. So, just you can open the browser, just you can refresh. You can click on what? Increment, incremented, decremented, right? Working or not working? Working. You write this code also. This is taking separate function or directly in the button itself. Directly in the button itself. Button on click. You observe the difference, right? Previously, in above example, we are writing the logics in using arrow function. We are calling that function when we click on what? Button. In above example. In below example, Tell me, below example. That's it. In below example, you understood, right? Right. Yum. Hey, hey, hey. Need to go with it. Right example. Hey, class. Example 3, you write. Example 3, cricket score you can write. Cricket score. You take the score variable. You take what? Score variable. Take the +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. How many buttons, sir? 6 buttons you create. +7. +7 is there? No +6, sir. 6 plus 4. Up to 6 you can take. If I click on the 1, cricket score increased. Click on the 1, your score is 1. Click on the 4, score is 5. Click on the 6, score is 10. The score should be increased like that. First example, 1 button. Second example, 2 buttons. Third example, all buttons. But you write the third example with separate lambda directly using arrow down. Direct you can write. And on click itself you can write a code. The decrement should be disabled and the count triple equal to 0. In the JavaScript comparison, we're using the double equal to triple equal to triple equal. Comparison. If the count is triple equal to 0, decrement the data. Online people write the cricket score example, place in the chart box. Wait, third example, you create the button. Create the button like +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. Below, you have to give the message that your cricket score. Cricket score, print the score. If I click on the 2, click on the 4. Already 2 is there, right? Plus 4 is what? 6. Plus 4 is what? 10. Like that, you print the cricket score. That's it. Understood? Huh? Then people complete the close board, place in the chart box. Cricket score. You write the +1 button, +2 button, +3 button, +4 button, +5 button, and +6 button. Your score. Simply can write the you can write the score. Your score is what? Something like 6. If I click on the +2, 6 becomes what? 8, like that. just you can take the function cricket score set. See guys, here score means set score. Previously what variable? What variable? Previously what variable? Counter. Count means what? Set count. But this is a counter score. Score means what? Set score. Use state give the default value, but the initial value will be 0. Cricket score, printing the score variable. Button on click, arrow, set score, score plus 1, score plus 2, 3, 4, 5. I was not written fine. Just you can, I hope you written this code. Just you can paste the code, go to the browser. Yeah, we got the score like this. How many buttons you got? This is the buttons. Plus 1, no? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is not there, 6, 5. Click on the 1, no? 1. No? Click on the 4, 5. Click on the 3, 8. Click on the 6, 14. Plus 2. Like that, guys. That is displaying what? Data. Displaying what? Complete, huh? All have written the same? Same or different language? Same, same? Same, but different. Yeah, that is use state example. A use state purpose is what? To maintain the maintain what? State. Maintain what? State. Maintain what? State. Listen. Yeah. You take some original price by default. Original price will be 7,899, like that. Observe carefully. You want to take the original price how much more? 7,899. You take the original price. Take what? Original price. Here you can make the some buttons like 10% discount. Apply the 10% discount. Apply the 20% discount. Apply 30% discount, and reset price. Reset the price. If I click on the 10% discount with this original price, yeah, click on this button. We should get the 10% discount is how much here? 789.90. If I click on the 20% discount, 1500. If I click on 30% discount, how much? If I click on the reset, that becomes 0. The discount becomes what amount? 0. You take the original price by default. Original price how much here? Something 7,000, whatever it may be. You can take some original price 7,899. How many buttons you have to create total here? 4 buttons. First button is what? Discount 10%, discount 20%, discount 30%, discount 40%. Sorry, discount is what? Reset price. Reset what? Price. అయిపోయింది ఆవు తక్కువ రాలిపోదు ఆవంట ఆవు ఆవు కాదు రైట్ You write the output, you write the, I want output like that. This is what expected output. You write the code for this. Okay, today I was all about like use state to come up. Use state to maintain the state of component state value. Apply discount 10%, apply discount 20%, apply discount 30%, reset price. And then people take this screenshot and complete this example. Take the screenshot. By tomorrow, you finish that exam. Which button clicked here? 789 discount. Apply discount 20%. This discount. This discount. Reset means it should be 0. Do what? 0. Original price you take by default value. 7899 you can take, no problem. By default value you can take. Apply discount, apply discount, apply discount, reset price. Total we discussed how many examples? 4 examples. Venkat Balram, can you please make me the host? Yeah. Tomorrow we'll meet, guys. Bye. Balram, you please close the meeting because you're the host now, generally.